Yo, what up, players? It's your guy, Sester here. We are back on the Rift once again. Today we're going to be looking at an Ahri game. I'm going to be pointing out a lot of the key principles I'm following and how these key principles are influencing my decision making and what decisions I am making as a result of these principles. So starting out, the first thing I did was take a look at my team. I see they have a Graves jungle. I know Graves can 3 camp or he can full clear, and then I'm looking at my Nocturne. I think he can do the same thing. So I'm actually typing in chat to Nocturne like, yo, what are you going to do? As Ahri, somebody who can get prio in lane and also has a very strong early game potential, I'm willing to force a 2v2, so I want to know, do I need to be at the scuttle fight? So Nocturne said he was going to full clear. I know junglers usually get to the scuttle right around 320 because it spawns at 315. I took Q level 1 instead of W because I felt that I was going to be able to better match Xerath's split push. And also, he's so long range that I don't think my W is going to get me in range to do damage anyways, so my best chance is probably Q. So now that I have this wave stacking, I'm actually looking to crash the wave because it's almost 315. Although Nocturne's not really going for the scuttle, I still kind of want to be freed up around this time. So I see that I'm pretty pushed up, so I go ahead and drop a ward because I know Graves has to be around this side because we just saw him. And so I drop a ward there, and I start playing to the right side of my lane because I see Nocturne's pathing over here, and since Graves is on this side, I want to be over here. And then Graves comes and shows on my ward, and Nocturne's paying attention. This is a really good jungler, by the way. So he waits in the bush, and then we just chain CC him and pick up a free kill. Nocturne flashes, which is really smart. Even though he knows that Xerath has flash, Xerath having no flash is way more valuable than Nocturne having no flash. Because Xerath is going to be super killable in lane now, I'm actually looking at my XP here. So I know I'm going to level up off this cannon, but I don't have enough mana for my spells now. And so as soon as I get this level up, I go in, and for the flash charm, he kind of expects it, and he ends up cleansing it, which is just good on his part. And then I just end up missing the kill by just like 20 damage. So I see Nocturne's here. I'm a little late on the reaction here, but luckily Nocturne just has enough space to go ahead and get the fear on him. And so as soon as the fear hits, I take a second. I take my time and I make sure the charm's going to hit because I'm scared that if it doesn't hit, you know, it might get kind of scrappy. Graves is here. Also, another good thing that Nocturne's doing, he's crashing my waves. Because, like, not only am I a roaming jungler, so I can use, like, the help with pushing so I can roam, but, like, also, the more minions that get under this tower in the short amount of time, the more that Xerath is going to miss. So after a successful gank, or after you push the enemy laner out of the lane at all, you want to be crashing these waves unless you have a freeze setup. And because he crashed the wave with me, I have time to roam top. So I wait for the Kled to get a little bit more XP, but he ends up running over here, so I engage. Now I hold my charm, and the reason I hold my charm is because I want to use it for when he tries to run. I don't need the CC yet. So I thought I dodged the stun, but I didn't there. And then I'm able to just use my charm that I saved, and then we're able to just pick up a free kill on him. I go ahead and catch the reset. Coming back into lane, I know that Xerath is going to be playing far back because he's already died a bunch. So I'm just going to try to freeze this and push this as slow as possible so that I can inevitably crash a large wave. What that's going to do for me is deny him a lot of XP and gold if I'm able to even push him out or kill him. I go for the roam, and as I'm roaming up, I actually spot Graves. I kind of whip my abilities, and I try to salvage it with my E, but then I realize that Xerath is probably coming, and so I decided to just walk it out. Now, I walk up to the top lane to see if I can use something. I just end up getting caught out. So I'm kind of looking to fight Xerath. I want to trim up these minions a little bit, and then I want to look for an angle to ult in. So once he steps up a little bit, so I see him start to charge his Q, which slows him down a lot. So I want to try to capitalize off that. Unfortunately, I missed the charm, but we hit the other spells, and he just has a picture-perfect cleanse. I flash Alt W, and as soon as I ignite, he cleanses the ignite, which is just good on his part. Graves fail flashes to try to come in and kill me. They get really close, but then I have the better jungler, so he ults in and ends up getting a double kill. And then again, helps me crash my wave, and actually stays and pushes the tower. Now, there's no camps up for Nocturne to really take. There's nothing to gank. He just ulted. And so getting some damage on the tower here is actually a pretty good move. I want you guys to pay attention. So after I reset here, Nocturne goes up. He gets Scuttle Crab. He sweeps up here. He goes and places a pink on their blue buff. And then he wraps back around to gank the Xerath again. Like, that is good jungle pathing. This guy is smurfing on them. And so I just Everfrost, and we actually pick up the freest kill of the game. And then after that, Nocturne and I, having pushed in the tower already and got some plates, like, we can just go ahead and make an influence on the rest of the map. So we take the blast fruit over. I see Graves, so I instantly pull the trigger. Like, I don't want to waste any time because I know we can kill him. With the charm, but luckily he flashes and we get the kill. And then we just go ahead and initiate the dive. Nocturne starts it, which is great because he wants to tank. Rakan unfortunately catches a kill on him, but it's still worth 1 for 1. And then we just go ahead and pick up the kill on this guy eventually. So with Dragon being up, and I know that Nocturne's on the bot side, so we might want to take the drag, I just go ahead and like hard shove this wave. Always want to be shoving in your waves before the objectives because it forces the enemy mid laner to respond, so I am here first. So after we pick up the free drag, I still have ult, so I want to look for something on this Xerath. Kind of whip my spells, but we end up still killing him. Pretty easy. So I choose to just go ahead and attack this mid tower. I see the bot's got everything handled. I think top lane is going to get damage on this tower regardless if I run up there or not. So I decided to just go ahead and like trade the tower. And then I start pathing towards the Jax because he stays. And I see that Nocturne's also pathing up here. And this rotation allows us to catch a free kill on the Jax and a shutdown. So I'm just looking to shove this in. Xerath has no tower. So Nocturne just goes ahead and drops an ult on his head, which is just an instant death. Like this guy is not allowed to leave this area right here, being an immobile champion with no flash. I'm just waiting in this bush because I know I can kill somebody and I have a sweeper. So we go ahead and drop a full combo on Kai'Sa's face. It's kind of scuffed, but I kept getting resets on my ultimate, so I just kept dashing around. Nocturne gets an excellent ult in. We absolutely wiped them 2v4. I don't have a wave to farm mid. I don't have anything to do bot. So I'm just kind of like waiting in this bush for a bit. And then after nothing happens, I just go ahead and hop over the wall because I saw that Kai'Sa was there. I ult in, see Kai'Sa, kill her again. And then just because I'm stronger than Kai'Sa and I know that I can just kill her, I kill her for a 3rd time in a row. She W's me, but I have ultimate. I can just dash 3 times. There's nothing you can do to get away. So if we look back, before I started killing Kai'Sa, she has actually a couple CS up and they are even in level. Fast forward 3 deaths from my targeting her, she is now like 25 CS down and she's actually a level behind the Xayah now. At this point, the game's pretty much over. Like there's really nothing else to see. We just take a Baron, we grab the soul, and that's pretty much it. The main thing that I wanted to talk about is just the fact that I am playing around my jungler and my jungler is playing around me, and with Nocturne being a champion with the global ultimate and me being a person with a lot of presence, a lot of roam pressure, I am able to play off of him and he's able to play off of me very, very well, especially against an immobile person like the Xerath. One more thing I wanted to touch on is the fact that I'm able to crash my waves and then look for roams frequently. Because I'm Ahri and because I can roam, I'm not just trying to sit in lane and try to kill Xerath just the entire time because he sits far back. He's a long range mage. I know what my champion's capable of and I know what the role of my champion is supposed to be, and so I'm trying to fill that role. I don't really play mid at all whatsoever, but that's gonna wrap it up. I appreciate you guys watching and I hope you did learn something, and I will catch you guys in the next video.